Yo, what up, everybody? We're here for episode 2 of the Instant Replay podcast. Name's still pending. We're uncreative as fuck. You know how it is. Crazy first week.
We were wrong
About a lot of shit.
about a lot.
Yo, hella teams surprised the fuck out of me.
And some teams, not so much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they may have surprised us in a different way.
All right. So you want to kick it off with just the general news, the rumblings?
Yeah, I mean, we could go with that. Simp turned 18. I expect him to find himself on a pro team March 1st.
Immediately.
And a lot of people on a pro team March 1st once that shit happens.
I mean, one of those young stars people have been waiting for a long time to
find. Yeah, it's like Celium. As soon as Celium turned 18, he got on phase right away. I expect him to get on another team right away as well. And then, Simp's going to get on a team. That dude has been nasty since he was like 16.
I wonder what team can really use him.
There's a couple. I got a couple in mind.
LG.
And then right now the news that's like kind of breaking right now. We're kind of a little late to it, a little early to it, however you want to say it. Red Reserve, not a thing anymore. They're just, I really don't even know what's happening. I'm assuming they're just like disbanding as an organization altogether. They're not like dropping the COD team or anything like that. They're just completely fucking blowing up.
Rumor has it, I know they were, well, not really rumor, that they were struggling to find investors.
Word.
So that could be part of it, but fly all them EU boys out to Vegas. That shit is not cheap.
Yeah.
Housing them all there.
They've been doing it for like a couple years now too, right?
Housing them in Vegas?
No, I mean like. Also, doesn't COD pay for that?
I don't. They moved them out here early. Like early.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you meant like the housing for just the World
Not
League.
Just for the Pro League. I mean, they've been out here since the damn near the game dropped.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that, honestly. That they're like kind of fucked for their living situation now.
But I'm not too nervous. A big org will probably pick them up.
Yeah, I can see FaZe picking them up.
FaZe. I don't know. People keep saying TSM C9. I don't see it. I mean, it could happen. Never say never.
Yeah, I think FaZe is the most likely scenario. I can't really think of anybody else that would hop in there.
I don't know. Gen G came out of nowhere, so who the fuck knows?
Yeah. I guess there is a lot of teams that are really coming out of nowhere. Maybe even some of the other EU orgs that also didn't make the Pro League. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there's definitely some in there.
Yeah, I can't really.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what the fuck's going on. It's kind of crazy.
Never boring in this community.
Yeah.
Other news.
I can't really think of anything else.
On the news front, not really outside of just normal Pro League happenings.
Yeah, so we could just get into week 1 of the Pro League if you're down.
Sounds good.
Alright, so I guess we could start off with. So what surprised you more, yeah? The undefeated teams or the unwinning, the teams that didn't win? So for the undefeated, we got Midnight and Gen G. And for Can't Win a Fucking Game, we got Luminosity and Evil Geniuses.
What surprises me most?
Yeah.
They're like tied. If I had to pick a team to shit a bed, it would be LG and EG. As far as like the top team. Midnight. I will say Midnight going undefeated. They're the best team right now. There is an asterisk next to their name because obviously Optic is handicapped.
Not Optic. Yeah, they're not Optic. And it was their first game with Zuma too. Who knows, like down the road, if it was like maybe their 4th game with Zuma, maybe shit would have been different. I have no doubts for them anymore though. Those kids are nuts.
Nope. I did pick NG to make it out in the end. So
yeah, you definitely came out with that one. Uh, I didn't expect that at all. I saw some struggles in the Pro League that kind of, or in the PLQ that kind of had me nervous. But
They didn't do the
it,
thing where they choke, so
yeah, they really didn't at all.
everything's coming out
Um,
Millhouse.
yeah, their players are beasts too. Like they all had really good week one.
All right, you want to go?
Joey Nubsy, the man, the coach is fucking out there doing all the shit,
Ooh.
really killing it for them. I feel like the teams that have those top coaches are really doing well. Like, I mean, Optic has TP. That's nuts. Gen G has Nubsy. Nubsy is a fucking freak when it comes to studying the game. And apparently, this is something I didn't expect, knowing Atura personally. Apparently, that man is like fucking a mastermind when it comes to the game.
It's working out
That's
so
what
far.
that's what the team is saying. I'm not sure how much stock they're just putting into that, just because that's their boy. But I mean, can't argue with the results.
Hearing the same thing about 100 Thieves and replays. Everything's looking good for them so far.
That's good.
Shocking enough, Revan and EG, you would think he would be like going up for that coach of the year, and they're just super bad.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. I mean, they had some rough games to play right off the bat. So who did they play? They played Optic, Midnight, and Gen G. That's the top three teams. So like maybe once they settle down and play against some lower teams.
I mean, I feel like their map count is just.
It's 1-9.
1-9, yeah.
Yeah, they won one map against Gen G.
Yeah.
That's fucking rough.
Yeah. You want to go game by game? Start with day one.
Yeah, we can do that.
The first game was Reciprocity Red Reserve. No.
Yeah.
Was that?
No, that was it.
That was the first game. Game one.
Yeah. It was the Twins against each other.
Went about how I expected.
Yeah, and
I was gonna do the 3-0 when I made my predictions. I was like, nah, they're gonna get one map, and I was wrong. But
yeah, I think I had it as a 3-0. I'm not sure, but Scrap showed who the older brother was.
The shooting bodies.
Yeah, that show is nuts. It was such a fun game. There was so much behind it, and it was just really a fun game to watch. I have some of the stats here for the game. I could try. Like I stopped recording stats eventually, but I have some.
I think they 100-point club them the first map.
Yeah, 250 to 93. I mean, they shitted on them. Fucking Scraps went 24 and 11. Waskin went 8 and 19. So like you could just kind of see the twin battle there. Scraps came up on top, really killed it.
Yeah, they won the frequency search. Map 3 was really close. It was a really good game.
Yeah, that was one of the most fun games to watch all week, I feel like.
Yeah, but Reciprocity just playing how I expected. Didn't really have high hopes going into Pro League that they would do well.
I see little glimpses of like talent there. Like you could tell they're definitely a talented team. They just didn't have what it took to get it done though.
Speaking of Tommy and Search, I've noticed this. He plays very S&D solo star. Because you watch him, he's always like just doing some weird ass flank by himself away from the team constantly.
Yeah, I feel like that's hard to do, especially with the game has sort of translated back to the 3 lanes. And now instead of 4 people, there's 5. There's an extra body there, so somebody else to watch the flank. I'm not sure how much it's going to work. He had decent stats. He went 7 and 6. He went 7 and 6 on the first one against Red. But
when I see him playing, it's not even to like the creator pinch or the flank for his team to open up. It's just like him in a random part of the map looking for a random ass pick.
That
kind of shows how well they were doing in search, which hasn't been good at all. That's just something that just immediately popped out to me. But again,
we got Reciprocity. Well, they went 2-1 in search. It's actually been their best game mode. and the one loss was coming to Red Reserve.
Mhm.
So I think they might have switched it up after that. But yeah,
Yep. So that game went as expected. Then we had game number 2. Boy,
this was yeah. I mean, you
boy.
could say Optic didn't have Dashi. You could say that, but still, I mean, Zoom is no slouch. Obviously, the chemistry was off, but to see an amateur team that none of them have been in the pro league before go up against 5 players that have been prolific in the pro league, and besides game 1, really just put the beating on them.
Yeah.
Like for what I've noticed about Midnight, they can slay their asses off. They're just out there really outslaying their teams when they're winning. And they've got one map loss all like the whole pro league. I think it's just a matter of them completely overpowering teams and they lost 2 maps, but completely overpowering teams and just running them over.
It's their composure as well for being just newly pros.
Yeah. When they get into the tight games, they don't joke.
And they play at a slower tempo than I expected, which has been working really well for them.
I think it was Envoy that said it right away.
How Barzillion is because he's such a slow AR, so they tend to play on the slower side than people would expect.
Yeah. Like as soon as he said that, I started watching out for it. Like, I mean, the guy, he can finish a control round 10-8. Like like that's how slow he plays, and I think it helps them keep their composure. It's not such a crazy game going on when he's the guy there that's keeping you slowed down, winning his gunfights, winning the important gunfights, even though he's not getting into many. I feel like they're all important, and he wins the majority of them. And when you have a player like that really anchoring for your team, I feel like anything's possible.
I'll say probably best ICR hands down at this point.
Yeah, right now he is, in my opinion, number 1. I see a lot of people complaining about the ICR. A lot of ICR players are talking about how it's really not that good and they wish they had something else in their hands. I don't think he wishes he had anything else in his hands, man. Like, this is... And then who is he getting out sniped by in the searches? Or who is out sniping Krim in the searches?
Was it Envoy?
I forget who it was that snipes in the searches, but
I want to say Envoy.
Yeah, they were completely destroying Krim.
It was a rough game, but again, they were switching around specialist mid series.
Yeah.
The angles that they were watching the same angles, cutting the same corner. The chemistry was just off.
I see a lot of people saying that their win doesn't matter because they didn't play the full Optic team. No. I won't go that far. But I would like to see them play the full Optic team. There isn't really anybody in the top tier with them in that pool besides Optic. So maybe when we see the cross division play, when they play United or Splice or one of those top teams over there, I feel like we could have some really fun games. Because right now they're rolling over everybody.
Yeah, we'll see. Then we'll see if Optic needs time to readjust to having Dashi back. Everybody going back to their original roles, original specialists. But hats off to Zuma, though. It's not easy.
It's not easy at all.
On the biggest team, on that stage, trying to play a role that you typically haven't been playing the entire game's life.
Yeah. I think it's near impossible to do that. And I feel like he did a great job. I mean, they came out 3-1. The only team they didn't win against was the team that is completely on fire. They haven't lost a series on land since the PLQ. Well, they lost the series in Vegas, but they didn't have the same team. Mm-hmm. So these 5 players together have not lost a series on land. They've barely dropped maps. So, I mean, that's the one team you lose to. I think you're all right with losing that with the sub.
They're fucking scared. They have Brack is number 1 in KD, number one and like second in search pool. He's just patting stats.
Yeah, Envoy's up there as well.
Mm.
Parzelli's up there. Obviously, I think he's the top ICR in the game right now.
Yeah, Bracken Parzelli, both scuff team of the week.
Yeah. Jet Li, that man is fucking nuts with the grab slam. I see him make some crazy plays with that shit. And then when the last player that you're mentioning is Llama, I mean,
Does his job.
the guy's solid too. Yeah, like they're all doing their job. They work really well together as a team, and they just outslay teams and put them in the dirt.
I underrated them going into it.
Yep, me too. I didn't believe in them fully. I do now.
They answer all the questions. If they could step up to the big stage, they have. Would they be able to adjust without running double stock, double equipment? They have. I mean, motherfuckers is nice. I ain't gonna be rocking around the Purple Storm. I ain't going that far.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
So what did we have for game 3 here? We had so this was game 1 of day 2. Reciprocity and Midnight. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. My bad. We had Genji and Red Reserve. Genji came out and surprised me personally. I thought that Red Reserve was going to be able to handle them, but Genji came out and did their job. I actually don't have any stats for that one. But, yeah, they just came out, did what they needed to do.
Havoc is playing like a fucking... The pace that he plays at, it's... did you see that stat as regarding like the average engagement in Hardpoint? I think it was
I didn't.
On COD Reddit. Yeah, he averaged like 72.2 engagements per Hardpoint.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fucking, it's something fucking absurd. So he's definitely playing up to speed. Everybody's just doing their job.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
Everybody's doing their job.
I mean, when they came into the Pro League, I wasn't really sure how to feel about them. I kind of had them as a 5th-ish place team. They've already changed that. I feel like they're maybe like top 3, maybe top 2, depending.
Yeah, the only thing I was worried about was them choking. They haven't done it yet. Not saying that it could still happen, but so far, smooth sailing. But again, nothing really, to me at least, stand out in that game. Just Solid took care of business, handled Red Reserve.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. They just came in, did what they needed to do. Red Reserve really didn't. And Genji just came out on top. After that one, we got Midnight and EG. This is like Midnight came out of the gate, and I feel like they had 2 tough tests. They had to beat Optic, and then they had to beat EG. That's who I had number 1 and 2 in the pool. The game with EG, besides the hard point, again, not even close.
Smoked. I don't know what the fuck to make of EG. I don't know how to fix their problems. It's just off.
Yeah. I mean, when your ICR that we consider to play slow goes 32 and 24, I mean, you're going to have a hard time losing that game.
And fortunately for EG, they don't have that kind of that 100 Thieves or that LG kind of cop out to fall back on, or they're super stacked talent-wise, so hopefully they'll figure it out. EG can't really make that case for themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I just hope they return to form the way they looked at the PLQ and in Vegas. I felt like they looked super strong, and something just happened where it stopped working.
1 map win this week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough to see. I think this might have been my favorite series of the week coming up next.
The OG UIU?
OG and UIU. Method showed us that he belongs in the Pro League. And the whole team throughout the week, in my opinion, showed us that they made the right move. Spoofs, I hate this. I hate to see it, man. Like, that sucks. you probably would have done really well on this team. But the team performed really well. Methods performed really well. And
I mean,
I hope to see you back in the pro league somewhere else. But I think UIU made the right decision.
best way to fucking turn on that negative publicity is just come out and play.
Yeah, and they did. They came out. They only lost 3-2 to Optic. The last search was horrible. It was garbage. But I think what they said was that was their first 2 search and destroys as a team. I think they came out and said that the 2 versus Optic was their first 2 as a team.
I mean, it's to be expected making those late ass roster moves.
Yeah. Mayhem killing it, fucking destroying it this week. I don't know what it is. I feel like when I watch other people with the War Machine, everybody's got flak jacket on. But when I see Mayhem with the War Machine, nobody has TacMac or Flakjack. Nobody has trophies up. I don't know if he just knows the timing on when to use it or what the fuck's going on. But when that guy has a War Machine in his hand, he's getting like 4 or 5 kills every time. And important kills, what it feels like.
His stock is skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Reddit, Twitter, wasn't really being mentioned. Oh, but I'm seeing getting a lot of fans quick.
Yeah, and I mean, I know Krim at the end of the game was like, yo, I couldn't kill you. Like, I don't know what it was, but every time I saw you on the map, I just knew I was dead. So.
A few interactions I had with him, chill, humble. You love to see that. And again, these young players are coming in, they're all humble, but they're
hungry.
Ooh, they're hungry.
They want it, man. Like, you could tell that these players are playing nonstop.
And again, this game is less about gun skill and just raw talent. It's chemistry. And a lot of these young pros, they've been playing together for a while. They're super grinding this game, and it shows.
Yeah.
So again, 3-2, but was a close loss.
The S&D wasn't the last one. It was 6-0. Yeah. But the games
before that.
Yeah, game 2, the S&D was 6-5. The hard point that they lost was 250 to 208. Or no, the hard point that they lost was 250 to 212.
And that's one hill. That's actually.
Yeah. And they were down 2-0 at the beginning too.
I think so.
They went down 2-0 in the series. They brought it back to the game 5 and then just got smoked. So.
Damn,
the next game was LG versus Reciprocity. Another one going the distance.
Oh, man. That was a game full of.
Gunless needs help. Somebody fucking help Gunless, man. Like, this guy is killing it and feels like he doesn't have a team around him. Like, he's got Slack to.
It's just.
You don't want to pick on the guy.
Is he the worst pro right now?
There's a pretty good chance. We haven't seen Division B, but yeah, he definitely looks to be, from what I've seen. He looks the most out of place.
So like I mentioned earlier regarding just the hardpoint engagements, there's a common trend, right? Where the ICR player typically has the lowest amount of engagements. The entry SMG typically has the highest. So if you look at, say, Midnight, Brazilian has 55.2. Jet Li has 64.9. Again, that trend is typically the same. Again, then you have, like I mentioned earlier, Havoc, 72.2.
Yeah.
But then you get to LG. And Slack is the slowest on the team at 64. And Formal, the ICR, is the highest at 69.8. So they're literally the fucking reverse of everything.
I think Formal's got to get off the ICR. I think Formal's got to end up as a Maddox player, and they got to find an ICR that's available.
I think they got to find an SMG.
Okay.
Though Classic on ICR, you can't Slack this. And we kind of seen what OG, when the chemistry between the subs isn't there.
Yeah.
Everybody suffers, and
well, they really got to trade out for each other in the hard points and shit like that, like the two subs.
But when your
because
sub
they're the
is
ones
that
taking the front.
slow, yeah, you can't be that
Yeah, I
slow
mean,
on the
he's
fucking
got to
sub.
have more engagements than that.
And his specialist use is the worst.
Yeah,
No
yeah,
matter
no, it
what
doesn't.
he has.
Yeah, it doesn't look good at all.
Tempest, Grass Spike, it's just the worst.
Yeah,
Will LG make changes? I feel like they won't, sadly enough. I mean,
yeah.
they might eventually try to change around, but I don't see them making any roster moves.
I think once we see like if they keep going the way they're going, they have to. Right, they're going to. But maybe even get their sub in a game. Right now their sub is Ricky. Sub/coach is Ricky. So maybe that's something that might come up. But I feel like they got to do something if it keeps going the way it's going. And
I
then
keep hearing people say, "Get Decimate." Decimate ain't going nowhere. Not for that fucking buyout.
no.
He ain't fucking going nowhere.
Yeah.
250K for a buyout? Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's not going.
He ain't going to fucking place.
So the next match after that, we got Reciprocity playing again. They're going up against Genji. Genji again. There's not much to say about them, honestly. They came in, did their job, won their games, and finished it out quick. Not a single game 5 for them. They just came in. Everything was in a game 4. They got it done. I thought they were more of a search-heavy team, but they seem to be not even pushing it to that game 5. So, and then LG UIU destroyed LG. Good to see my friend Mayhem doing well.
Super well.
Yeah, he's killing them. We could probably get rid of these next couple games pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Midnight Red Reserve, that was the only maps that Midnight dropped was against Red. That was a really good series as well. I forget who it was that said it. I think it might have been Envoy who said that we're playing on our best maps, and we also think that they're their best maps. So it's really just going to be who's better on their favorite maps. And Midnight seemed to pull it through. I know the control game was fucking nuts.
It was super good.
You could. That's 2 teams that know what they're doing on Arsenal control, and it was super fun to watch.
3-2.
Also, rated on that fucking Annihilator. He's the best Annihilator in the game.
My man Dashy though.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen him
In a minute.
Yeah, but rated. I see him pumping out 4 or 5 with every Annihilator he used. And then in that last game versus LG, he pumped out a 6, which is nasty. Like, it's so sick to see. But Midnight ended up winning that one out 3-2.
Well, that Arsenal control probably the best map Call of Duty I've seen this year so far.
Yeah, that was a super fun game to watch.
It's up there. It's up there with that Optic Slice, Seaside Hardpoint, that crazy comeback.
Yeah, that comeback where Benson's losing his fucking mind.
Yeah, it's up there. It's definitely up there.
Optic 3-0, EG struggled. Optic coming into form with Zuma instead of Dashi. Midnight 3-0 UIU. I feel like I think it was the hard point that was close. And then besides that, it was quick. And then Optic with Reciprocity.
I mean, game 1 was close.
Yeah, and then Optic knows what they're doing. Red Reserve and LG. Red took that. Rated's a monster. Scraps is a monster. Fucking love Bance. Joe does some crazy shit on bomb sites.
Joe is solid.
He does some crazy shit on that A-bomb site on Hacienda, where he always somehow finds to fucking find a way to get first blood on it, even though there's like 3 people shooting at him. And then the last map was Genji versus EG.
They won their first map.
Yeah, and
That's it. I mean,
they didn't look back.
EG won the map. That's
So what did I have here for standings? I had Optic, EG, or Optic, LG, EG, Red Reserve. 2 out of 4. That ain't bad. I got Optic and Red in there.
I'm to yeah.
I think you
Optic
have
and Genji.
Yeah. So
And
I'm gonna change my shit for this next coming week. I got Midnight up top again. I got Midnight, Optic, Red Reserve, and I see UIU taking. I can't go against Genji. Midnight, Genji, Optic, Red Reserve. I got to go in the way it is right now. I can't see it changing much.
I could see UYU just because of the whatever the fuck is going on with Red Reserve. That could fuck them up a little bit.
It could fuck with them a little bit. That and they always do seem to struggle against NA pro teams. They can beat the fuck out of EU pro teams, but I think this was their first win against a NA pro team when they played. Who the fuck did they play? Luminosity. So they finally got that under their belt. But
And that left us with the team of the week: Brack, Brazilian, Major Maniac, Karma, and Scraps.
yeah, I mean, all 5 of those players were fucking sick. They were nuts. After week 1, what do you got for player of the week or player of the year? Who do you think it's going to after week 1?
After week 1, Brack.
You want to give it to Brack?
I think when Dashi comes back, it may take him a while just to adjust.
Yeah.
I mean, I expect him.
Yeah, we won't go player of the year. We'll go player of the week.
Player of the week is easily Brack. It's
Yeah.
It's not even close. Not even by a little bit.
All right, we'll get your top 3. We got Brack.
Brack.
All right, I'll give you mine. I got Brack, Envoy, and Mayhem. That's my top 3. Just because I see the way Mayhem is producing on a team that's not doing so well, I feel like it's a lot easier to produce on a team that's killing it. And but I mean, Brack and Envoy are obviously killing it on a really good team, but I think they're the main reasons why their team is doing so well. So I'll give it to Brack, Envoy, and Mayhem. Mayhem's had like top damage dealt average per game for a couple of days out of the 4-game week or 4-day week.
I'm going Brack, Karma, and Naga.
Yeah, I mean you can't disrespect that.
First, I think Naga should have been over there above Major as far as for the week, but again, I don't judge. I don't get paid to analyze shit.
We still don't know who the fuck rookies are. We got to figure this out. Me and you got to find out who the rookies are in this shit. But I mean, I can tell you right now that
somewhere around midnight.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it's either Brack or Envoy right now. Like those two are killing it. For this week anyway, I'll probably give it to the same 3. Yeah, I mean, how can you not give it to the same 3 that you're giving player of the week to? Those 3 are all rookies, so those are the 3 I'm giving it to. Naga's not a rookie, so you got a third rookie.
Third rookie. Brack, Envoy.
You could probably go with someone on midnight too. Fucking another person on midnight.
I mean, I was looking at the rosters. Who else is? Is Mayhem a rookie?
Yeah.
Mayhem?
Yeah, I think we got the same 3. Those 3 players really showed that they belong in the fucking league.
Yeah.
You ready to go over Week 2.
Week 2.
Let me get matches up. UIU versus EG. Both teams not doing so hot. UIU is doing all right. I feel like they had a tough schedule. Their 2 losses are against Optic and Midnight. So, whatever happens here, I can see it being a 3-2 either way.
I'm going 3-1 UIU.
You're going 3-1 UIU. I'm going to give the edge to UIU. Maybe they're practicing some searches now. And I'll give them the edge 3-2.
Game 2, LG, Gen.G. Gen.G 3-1.
Yeah, I think Gen.G's 3-1. They're dropping maps like every game, but LG's got a lot to figure out. I mean, I see Gunless. He's sitting there playing for like 3 hours after his match, but I think unless his team is doing that with him, like we already know you're solid enough, yo. You guys need to work on the teamwork, and some players need to get better.
Boy, oh boy.
So Gen.G's taking that one 3-1, in my opinion.
Midnight Reciprocity, Game 3.
Midnight doesn't have a difficult match until Gen.G later in the week. They're just going to 3-0 Reciprocity.
3-0.
Yeah. UIU Gen.G. This will be a fun game, I feel like.
Yeah.
I want to say UIU beat Gen.G. No. UIU auto qualified.
I'm going UIU.
Oh, fuck, you're feeling UIU this week, huh?
I just feel like Gen.G's good to come down to earth eventually.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't forgot those chokes earlier. I don't think it's too early for me to just dismiss all their earlier woes. So I'm going UIU for the upset.
Yeah, I mean, UIU's going to have a long week of 3-2s, in my opinion, because fucking this shit is crazy. But I'm going to give UIU's going to have go down 3-2, in my opinion. I think Gen.G is going to take it. Optic versus Red. I don't know if Dashi's back yet. I don't think Dashi's going to be back for week 2.
I don't think so.
I think Red Reserve might take it.
Red.
I think they might take it 3-2.
3-1 Red.
3-1 Red. We're doubting Optic. It's never a good thing to do, but
there's just so much going on. Scups isn't comfortable.
Yeah. His control game's been horrible.
Switch between SOG and Maddox. They don't know what's. I mean, they're gonna have some time in practice, but
yeah,
there's gonna be really close games. But
and finally, the game that everyone's looking forward to.
Game of the fucking week. Game of the fucking week.
So somebody's gonna get their first win here.
It's gonna be the biggest shit show.
It could be what one of these teams needs though is to get that first win under their belt and really fucking. Who knows? We were wrong all last week, so these teams can come out firing right away, and we'll just look stupid again, because you know how we are. I'm gonna give the edge to EG. I feel like they just don't have the same kind of problems. I feel like everybody, even coming into the league, were like, "Yeah, LG's having some problems." I think EG just had a rough schedule. I think they'll bounce back. So I
want to say LG's gonna pull out at least one this week, but like,
I had EG 3-1 on that one.
I'm going LG 3-2.
Yep.
I think just gunless. Formal, they're gonna do something. Classic's been I
love John. I love John as a player. I think John has always been solid. Like, that's one thing you'll always expect from him is he'll be solid. Then Reciprocity, UIU.
I think this Reciprocity. I feel like this is a game that they would win.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible.
It's a game they're going to win.
depends if they can stop the Eminem show, because Methods and Mayhem have been a crazy duo, which I didn't expect because Mayhem and Spoos were the huge duo, and then Methods just comes in and takes that spot. Because those two together have been killing it in terms of slaying.
I think Tommy has been like the second fastest playing player in D1 DA behind Havoc. I might have that reverse, so he's definitely top 2. If he could just control that a little bit, at least play within the team a little bit more, not as lone wolf, I think that would benefit them slightly.
Yeah.
I just think they're gonna win. I was playing the numbers game. I want to assume they're gonna win 1 this week.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to UIU. 3-2.
More reciprocity. 3-1 close games.
EG Red Reserve. I feel like Red's gonna take it. It's like 3-2.
No 3-0.
You going 3-0 down, getting it done quick.
It's over.
LG Midnight. Don't even watch this.
Midnight 3-0.
Yeah,
Midnight 3-0.
Optic Gen G. Gen G gets their first real test here, in my opinion. Really prove that they are one of these top 2 teams. If they beat Optic without Dashi, then they're a top 2 team in my opinion.
I think Optic's gonna get it done. 21.
You think Optic's gonna come back and fucking figure it out for the game against Gen G?
I think they got
it. Red Reserve UIU. Mayhem is Red Reserve's kryptonite. They can't fucking beat them. I remember when Spoofs got dropped, Rated tweeted out, he's like, okay, now we just got to get rid of Mayhem and we could finally fucking beat this team. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think UIU is going to continue to be Red Reserve's kryptonite, and I think they're probably going to get it done 3-2.
Same.
Midnight Gen G, that's top 2. That's top 2 in the bracket right now, or in the division right now. Might not be at that point, but right now these are the 2 undefeated teams. So if they continue to follow through with what they've been doing, it'll be the 2 undefeated teams playing each other. Midnight's looks more dominant. They've only dropped 2 maps, and it was to Red Reserve, I think.
I'm going to go with Gen G.
Yo, you're going to take this upset here.
I think they're going to snap the winning streak.
Midnight does have an easy week until then. So maybe they'll get too comfortable and Gen G will just roll over them. But I'm going to give it to Midnight, probably 3-1.
Reciprocity EG. Of games I would not watch, this is probably up there.
Yeah, my favorite team might be EG. Really? So like I'm kind of struggling internally right now because they suck. But yeah, I love EG, so I'm probably gonna watch it. They got 3 Canadians on the team, that's why. Yeah, and I like. Exactly, yeah. Well, and Gujar has been one of my favorite players since he burst onto the scene in Black Ops 2.
Handsome young lad.
Yeah, a nice, young, handsome man. I remember him calling Saints a ginger. What was it? Socially awkward, Jufro freak or something. And ever since then, man, that's been my guy. In like a game, like in like a game 2 listening in like a round 5 of Search and Destroy, super random. So I got love for Gunjar, but I think I'll probably give it to EG 3-2.
It's a coin toss.
Yeah, it really is.
This one's a coin toss. I will go.
I always kind of favor these NA teams. Yeah, I always kind of favor these NA teams over the EU teams. Just because right now NA is still the better scene.
It is.
There's some good EU teams in there, but right now I think NA is just going to dominate most EU teams that aren't the top of the top. Optic LG, last game of the week.
Oh boy.
even with Zuma instead of Dashi, if he's still here. I think Optic just takes that.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it 3-1.
I wonder if we should be writing this down so we can come back to it next week.
I mean, yeah, you
Or
probably should.
Do we really want to keep track of how fucking wrong we are?
I mean, I had some picks last week that was like, what? I really picked that shit. I picked EG 3-1 over Midnight. What the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah. Oh, it was fucking rough. Yeah. So that'll be the end of the week, and then we get to see Division B, which I'm fucking excited for. I really want to see Division B. Boy. There's some fun fucking teams in there. Get to see the Spanish boys. Ooh, get to see 100 Thieves, how they look with Priesta. I saw Priesta say some stupid shit on Twitter. He said that he plays Claw, but he feels like he isn't as accurate with his index finger.
I thought that was a copy pasta.
It might be.
I think that was confirmed a copy pasta. Would almost. There's no other way. There's no way he could. Impossible.
If he plays Claw with his index finger and he's that nice, yo,
no, we would have heard about this. There's no way we could have. If you could hear about Enable with no thumb, we would have heard about this motherfucker playing index finger.
Oh, Mayhem plays with his hands on the table, or he used to. I don't know if he still does.
Hands on the table promotes good posture.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Also, there's this other guy I know. His name's Pacer. He's from Aruba. He plays laying down on his bed.
Yeah.
Solid player too. Like he's not like obviously one of these top amateurs, but like he wins these 2v2 hard points with fire on like a 56 win streak in these tournaments. So like I don't understand how people are playing that crazy, but if I'm even like a little bit off on my TV, like I get angry and uncomfortable, but this man's laying down and shit.
I need my lap pillow.
Digging your fucking bony ass elbows into your legs.
Those John Bone Jones ass elbows.
We got anything else to talk about here?
Slack is fucking terrible.
Yo, that is nuts.
Like that is so bad. Holy God. Who?
I think imagine he just turns around and he's our player of the week next week.
Like it's bad. Like if I feel like I could put up a comparable performance in my old ass age.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely didn't look good. I feel like Ricky's an ICR as well, so I think they could bring Slacked in or bring Ricky in, move Classic and John to subs, and then Formal and Gunless on the Maddox with Ricky as an AR. I feel like it wouldn't be a horrible move.
Classic used to rock the NV4 in IW, which was like the IR gun.
Okay.
ICR, so I mean, just give Formal Maddox. Just let him do formal things.
Yeah. I mean, having him on the ICR doesn't make any sense to me.
He's playing that fucking fast too. It's like,
yeah, he's a fast player. I mean, he came from Halo. Like his shots are nice. Let him get some quick fucking action in where he can do what he needs to do.
I ain't got nothing. Can't wait till week 3. Oh.
Yeah, I'm excited for week 2 too, though. I want to see what the cross division play is what I'm really excited to do though in week 5.
I just want King Dashi.
Yeah, Dashi. If Dashi comes back and we get to see the real Optic, that's just gonna be cool. I wonder if we'll see any roster changes in week 2 with a sub coming in.
Other than LG, looking as fucking terrible like they have. Who's the sub?
God RX is the sub for EG.
I mean,
Who else do we got here?
that's the only person I could see making the sub.
Yeah. Reciprocity has Dylan. I don't see them making that change.
No, I don't see anybody else making a change other than. I doubt Luminosity makes a change, at least as far as sub.
Yeah.
I don't see EG making a change.
Yeah, I can't see any. LG would probably be the only one.
I feel like that would make too much sense. So they're not gonna do it.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do it. Any other Call of Duty news? I want fucking League play. Give me League play.
Give me League play. Cause fucking that comp playlist is breaking my fucking heart.
Yeah, we're losing too much.
We lose so fucking much.
So tonight we're gonna get on that Apex.
Wind?
What was that? Jesus Christ!
Wind's like
someone was breaking in.
Yeah, we'll try Apex, see how that is. Everybody's riding and going like, oh, it's the best BR out. Nah, hipster motherfuckers are.
Yeah, well, I mean, even the people from Fortnite are actually like hopping on it. So I don't know. I saw that Apex had like 350K viewers, while Fortnite had like 115K. I was like, sheesh. I don't know how the fuck they got that much, but
I don't know. They're bringing out crossplay.
Are they?
They're working on crossplay. They're working on ranked.
Yeah, I saw that they were working on ranked right away. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we'll try on console, see if it works. If not, at some point this weekend we'll try PC.
Yeah.
See how that shit works. It's perfect for us because it's the 3-man squads and.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we got. We got fucking just 3-man. Because we got some people that hate us, don't want to play games with us.
They got too much money now.
Yeah, they change up once they get a little money.
We're
probably too late in the pod. We're probably too late in the podcast for him to even ever hear this. But like, fuck you, Sneaky. Fuck you.
You fucking changed on me. You were supposed to be the one.
All right, I think that's the end of it. I don't really have too much else to say. I was trying to stretch this out to a little bit longer, but we kind of covered everything real quick. Would have been good if we had Young Atura on here.
Eventually.
I don't know what's going on my stream, but you were frozen for a minute. That shit was weird. But yeah, it would have been nice to have Atura on here, talk about Midnight a little bit. But hopefully next week.
Some other week. Yeah,
hopefully next week. So that's good. I'm gonna look real quick, see if I have any update on Red Reserve before I end it, because it would suck to end this and then just find out that something's been announced.
You know, they said, oh, we can't talk about it, it's legal, but we got fucked. I mean,
yeah. I mean, like, I guess if your team is paying for shit and then they disband, you kind of get fucked a little bit.
Ugh.
But yeah, that's it. That's all we've got. Fucking everybody, check out the socials. I'm doing this shit again. Cool ass shit. So it turns out it takes a little bit longer than Shaq expected to get the shit up on YouTube.
Oh, does it?
So, shit'll probably be up late Saturday, early Sunday. Follow the socials for updates. You can follow me on Twitter at FraudsIR. I tweet about some dumb shit.
I don't tweet.
Yeah. Shaq tweets like once every 3 months.
Well, you can follow me at SJ Fresco.
Yep. Fucking hit us up. I think I actually have I might have my Discord pinned on Twitter. So if you guys want to come in there, hop in, shoot the shit with us, you can definitely do that. I think that's all I've got. I keep fucking stroking out and keep talking because I can't stop fucking talking. But yeah, I think that's it. You got anything else?
Enjoy your weekends, people.
Safe
out there.
Peace out. We'll eat your ass next week. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. So we're ending it.